Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. It is so awesome to be back with you. Well, look where I am. I'm back home. I got home from mom's this morning. I've been doing readings all day since I got back. But I am so glad to be with you guys. And we're getting this out a little late today, but as I said, I've been traveling today and then working, doing private readings. But I don't want to miss you guys on Tuesday for messages from the spirit world. Well, welcome. For those of you who are new here, this is something that I do every Tuesday. We gather and I answer psychic messages from people who write in. And if you want to get on messages from the spirit world, let me tell you, it's absolutely free. There are a few ways to reach me. You can write in the comment section below this video, in the comment box. You can post a question. Or if you don't want to do that, if it's something more personal, and you want to write to me, you can send it to me at my email at readings@robert-hickman.com. That link will be in the info box below this video. So reach out, send me your questions. I am so glad you guys are here. Well, for those of you who are new here, yes, I do this every week. This is kind of my YouTube community service. I am a full-time professional psychic medium. I literally work all day long doing private readings. And if you have a situation that's more pressing or you want a lot more detail, you might want to invest in a private reading with me. Private reading's an hour long, and it's a full hour, and it's you and me one-on-one for a full hour. We cover everything: past, present, future, spirit guides, messages from deceased loved ones, look at your life mission, karmic links, all of that, and I answer all of your questions. So if you want to get on my schedule, reach out to me. You can visit my website at psychicbob.com. Link will be below for that. Or you can call me. The easiest way is probably to call me at my office, 703-825-3929. I'd be happy to get you on my schedule for a reading. Right now I'm doing readings by telephone and by Skype. So if you're overseas, we can do a Skype reading. Or even if you're in America, face-to-face, you get a full hour with me one-on-one. I'd love the chance to sit down with you. Those of you who have sat with me, you know we have a really good time. And I try to give a lot of information in the reading. So I think you'll get a lot from it. But anyways, reach out to me. Well, it's time to jump into our letters. So before we do that, let's all just settle down. Let's just take a moment. Let's center ourselves and let's attune to the spirit world. Okay, I hear my spirit guide Fletcher back here. He's jabbering away. I call him Jabberjaw. He's always in my ear. You gonna help us today, Fletcher? He said he only wants to talk to the Tubies, not to me. Okay, we pick on each other a lot. All right, our first letter today is from Justin C. And Justin Wright says, Dear Bob, I have a friend named Shawn Michael. He recently came in contact with a being named Seven. I was wondering what you pick up around this. Hi, Justin. Really good question. You know, I have to tell you, when I step into the energy around this, I do believe your friend Shawn Michael did make contact. I'm picking up a Pleiadian being around him. And he gave him the name Seven here. And this is interesting because I believe that's not maybe actually the actual name, but that's the name he's using. What he was trying to communicate to your friend is that he comes from the cluster of the 7 stars, which is actually the Pleiades star system. So he is from the Pleiades. He goes by Seven. I actually think he has a slightly different name. And I keep getting the name Mir around this, M-I-R. I don't know if your friends received that. Just might want to throw that name out at him, Mir, M-I-R. But he's, can also call him Seven, as he identified by that. But he's from the Pleiades, and I do believe he's made contact. Okay, so that's my read on it. It's a real contact. And you know, I got to tell you, a lot of people in the next few years, as we get really close to disclosure, are really going to start having these contacts. And so it's interesting because I've always said the alien presence is nothing to be afraid of. They're not dangerous. They're not here to take over the planet and kill us. They are here to help monitor and guide us so that we don't do crazy stuff like have a nuclear war, blow up the planet, destroy it with carbon gases. So the alien presence is beneficial, and I do believe your friend is connecting to that presence. I think he's very psychic as well, and I believe he also has a soul connection to the Pleiades. So I believe he's lived as a Pleiadian in a former life. See, there are Earth people who actually have been star people before. So not all of us just come from Earth. Some of us are from the stars. So, anyways, that's where he connects to. He connects to the Pleiadian star system. Okay. Thank you so much for writing. Hope that helps. Okay, our next letter is from Angela Enfield. Hello, Angela. Good to see you, dear. Angela writes, she says, "Hi, Bob. Thank you for all that you do." You're welcome. I love to be here. I tell you, I live for YouTube. I really do. Angela writes, she says, "Bob, can you give me some insight on what is in store for me in 2019? I've been working really hard on my psychic development and raising my frequency." Well, you know, Angela, I got to tell you, when I step into your frequency, I'm getting this brilliant blue light around. I get a lot of blue and I get purple. This definitely are colors of the higher chakras. Right now, your energy is very focused in the third eye and in the crown. This means that your visions, you're getting very strong visionary gifts, a lot of clairvoyance I pick up around you. I feel in 2019 that this psychic gift is going to help lead you to some opportunities for success. I want you to watch, particularly around the month of March. In March of 2019, I keep seeing kind of some financial blessing come to you. I feel that there may be a new career opportunity that presents itself to you. I keep seeing you working in the area of literally holistic work. So I think that you have some healing gifts as well that I'd like you to explore, like Reiki, because I think that the Spirit is leading you into a path where you're going to do some healing work and you're going to use your clairvoyance to see issues and conditions and be of service to people. So 2019 for you is all about developing those psychic gifts and taking it to the next level. And again, as I said, with that, I want you to do some work on healing, studying healing arts, because I feel like that's going to make you a better psychic. And I do feel there'll be some work opportunities that come for you to work in the spiritual field. Okay? So keep me posted. March really starts kicking everything off for you, okay? Blessings to you. Thanks for writing. Okay, our next letter is from Margaret Boone. Hello, Margaret. Longtime viewer. Gosh, I think you go back like 10 years with me, I think. And Margaret writes, says, "Dear Bob, can I please have a general reading? Also, does my dad have anything to say to me? Thank you, Margaret." Hey, Margaret. You know, hon, I got to tell you, when I'm walking into your frequency, I am just flooded in beautiful orange light. I love orange light because orange light tells me that your creative energy is really opening right now. And I feel that in 2019, what you really want to focus in on is your creativity. I get a lot of arts and crafts here around you. I get also like larger projects like home decoration, home renovation, and I think you have a real sense of style that you could actually be helping other people with life transitions, like maybe somebody's starting over, they're getting a new home after their old home was lost. You'd be really great at helping them to capture a vision, how to make a house a home. I think you have a great sense of color, and this orange light really tells me that you're drawing into your life people that are real friends right now. So you're coming into a time of great friendship and great creativity. And 2019 shows a lot of fun for you. You know, I got to tell you, I am picking up your father here around you. And I keep hearing a voice talking. I believe it's him. And he keeps saying, the words he said, "I've been following her around the house." So your dad's been looking in on you. And he says that he was there at Thanksgiving. And he said, "I was there," he said, "celebrating." So he wants you to know he is still with you. He keeps showing me that he said he's not in any pain. And he says, "My mind is clear, my body is clear." And I feel at the time of his crossing, there was some real fluid buildup in the body, like maybe congestive heart failure or like fluid in the lungs. He said, "I don't have any of that now." And his mind is very clear. I think he was a little cloudy towards the end there. But he is doing fine in spirit. And he just says, "Please tell her that I'll be there at Christmas." He said, "Tell her I love her." And he says to me, he said, "I didn't always say that when I was alive." So he's trying to express himself to you, but he is with you and he's doing just fine, sending a lot of light. So you call to him, tell him he's welcome to be with you at Christmas because he'll be there. Okay. Thank you for writing. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Shamora Review. And Shamora Review writes, Hi, Psychic Bob. Can you tell me if I have a spirit guide? What is their name? You know, Shamora, I got to tell you, yes, you do have a spirit guide. In fact, everybody on earth gets a spirit guide. Now, some people come to me for readings. They say, Psychic Bob, I don't believe I have a spirit guide. I've never heard from. Spirit guides are kind of like, well, let me put it this way. Have you ever seen Star Trek? Spirit guides have to follow the Prime Directive. Prime Directive in the TV show Star Trek, even though that's fictional, it's got some real truth in it. That show in the Prime Directive says you cannot interfere with alien cultures unless, you just can't interfere. You have to let them follow their own course. That's how spirit guides are. They won't interfere until we give them permission. And so if you're saying, well, I don't know if I have a spirit guide, I'm not feeling it, you have to invite them in. So what you want to do is sit down, meditate, and say, spirit guides, please come to me. I give you permission to be more active and directly active in my life. I got to tell you, Shamar, you do have a guide around you. I'm being given the name Arthur. It's an English gentleman. It's not King Arthur. This guy looks like he's from like around the 1950s because he's driving a 1950s car. And he's kind of cool because he reminds me a little bit of a professor type. And he's got glasses on, tall, thin guy, wears a gray suit. And he says, I'm Arthur. And so he's going to be working with you as a guide. And I have to tell you, Shamar, I feel like you're coming into a time of spiritual awakening. So this Arthur is going to help you tap into your own psychic gifts. But that's the name of your guide, okay? And if you want to connect them, just sit down. Just take a few minutes, 5 minutes a day. And just close your eyes and say, Arthur, will you help me? Will you guide me? Will you show me yourself? Give me your presence. Now, you might not get anything the first few times you do this, but if you keep consistent, there'll come a day where you actually hear them or see them or even just feel their presence. It can come in different ways, but just be patient with it. You're going to make a connection very soon. The name is Arthur of your guide. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is from Nicoletta Johnson. Hello, Nicoletta. Nicoletta writes this, Dear Bob, when am I going to have some money? I'm having huge financial problems right now. Why is this happening to me? You know, Nicoletta, I know this is a rough time for you, but I want you to hear me out. Sometimes, and I know this is not going to be pleasant for you, but I think it will help you ultimately. Sometimes the spirit world allows us to go through times of struggle and suffering. It's not that they're sadistic and they want to hurt us, but it's their way of getting our attention. Many of us, and myself included, I'm not saying I'm above this, when we come down here in the material world, we get overwhelmed. You know, it's all this like toys. We're like children in a toy shop. Oh, I want to buy that. Oh, I want to buy that. Oh, that looks good. Oh my gosh. Before we know, we get so overwhelmed by the material world, we forget what we came here for. And I feel like this money struggle for you right now is Spirit's way of allowing you to come back to the true inner light. And I say this lovingly, I think you've been distracted by the outer world for a while. And Spirit's letting that world go a little wonky, and you're feeling the pain. And what that is that's their way of saying, go back to your original self. You actually have a beautiful heart chakra. As I'm looking at your energy, I can see this beautiful emerald green glow, which tells me that spiritually you're opening your heart. There's a lot of emotional healing that I pick up here around you. And I feel that as we get into 2019, you're really going to start to see some balance restored to your life. I want you to watch particularly the month of February. February 2019, I keep seeing around you some more opportunities for financial balancing. I keep feeling like there's some credit issues here. You may want to talk to a credit counselor. I think you could do a debt consolidation. And I also feel like there's an issue around a job, and there's going to be a new offer come to you around February, into February. And I feel like you're going to have a chance to kind of get a leg up financially. And I think that as we get into around June or July of 2019, you're going to be in a much stronger position. So I got to be honest, it's not going to be overnight that it's fixed, But I do see if you're working on it, there's going to be definitely progress here for you. And I see a lot lighter state of things after February 2019. So you got a little while, but you're going to get through. I don't see you being homeless and losing everything, even though it may feel like it right now. You are going to save it and turn it around, okay? So yeah, February 2019, I want you to be 2019. I want you to be ready for that, okay? But remember, the Spirit is calling you. By the way, I want you to talk to Archangel Uriel. The name is spelled Uriel. He's going to be working with you. He's an angel that can bring power and prosperity and blessings. So you call on Uriel. You know, like I said in the earlier reading, I was telling the other person, I said, you know, spirit people can't intervene until we give them permission. So tonight I want you to sit down and say, Archangel Uriel, I give you permission to help me get out of this. Please help me. You call on him. You talk to him every day and tell him what's going on. Say, I got this bill. I can't pay this. I got this situation. I got to fix that. You let him help you. Don't try to take it on all by yourself. You know, we come down here and we forget one of the promises that heaven made to us before we were born was that when you enter into the earth, you can always call for help. See, so we always have I call it an emergency lifeline back to the spirit world. But Uriel's going to help you with this money situation. And I do, as I said, February 2019, new job opportunity, and I see improvement in the finances, such as debt consolidation and reduction of financial costs around you. Okay. I hope that helps a little bit. Sending blessings to you. Let me know how it goes. Thanks for being here. Blessings to you. All right, guys. Well, there are some of our letters. I tell you, you know, guys, I got to say also, please be patient with me. I get hundreds of letters a week. It's hard for me to answer everybody, but I do what I can, okay? And if, you know, as I say, if you have something really pressing, you might want to spend some time and invest in a private reading. I always say a private reading is investing in yourself. And again, my contact information is below for that. I'm going to we're coming to a new part of our program called Spirit Shoutouts. And this is something I started adding on to messages from the spirit world. These are messages that I get for various YouTube people. Now, these are not necessarily people who have written with a question. Sometimes they're just people that write a comment. Oh, I like your shirt, Bob. Or, you know, oh, I saw a UFO. Well, it doesn't matter. But sometimes when I'm reading through comments, a message will just jump through. And the person wasn't even asking for a read. So I'm going to give out some messages that came through for some YouTubers, okay? My first message is for AK 1992 Nation. And listen, I got to tell you, I keep seeing the end of 2019, the beginning of 2020 as a time for you of great blessing and power. I keep feeling there will be an issue around marriage around 2019, 2020, end of 2019 going into 2020. Looks like there'll be an issue coming up around a marriage. I feel that it will be a positive time for you. And I got to tell you, I feel like the person that you're with now, it's going to be them. I feel like you're moving into a place of great connection on a soul level. You know, I normally don't say this, but I feel like there's somebody around you who's a soulmate. And so I feel like you are going to go, marriage is still about a year out, year and a few months, but I see that coming for you. So hopefully that makes some sense to you. Keep me posted. Thanks for being here. Blessings to you. My next spirit shout out is for Tina Sullins. Hello, Tina. You know, Tina, I got to tell you, when I'm stepping into your vibration, I am getting the most beautiful purple light around you. You are really connecting to the spirit world. And I feel like you're kind of opening some channels for spirits to come visit you. I keep getting a man around you. I'm being given the name of Mark, M-A-R-K, Mark. I feel this is somebody that you knew or know, somebody who, well, I mean, you knew he's in the spirit world, but I feel that he died a few years back. May have been an issue around a car accident with him, but he's around you in spirit. I keep hearing him say, he says, I'm visiting Tina. And he said I want to guide her through this next year. He want to just be a friend. He's not guiding you through any crisis or trouble. He just says, I want to hang out and guide her through the year. And so he says, have fun. So he comes in with a real jovial spirit. His name is Mark, but he's around you. And I don't know if you can place the name, but I feel this is literally somebody that you knew, maybe even went to school with, like high school or something like that, because I feel like there's kind of some history there. Like, I don't know if you were best friends with him when he was alive, but I do feel like you knew each other, like you'd say, oh yeah, that guy Mark, you know, like you'd known each other through school. but I do pick him up around you. He's in spirit, and he's just going to start hanging out. So, you might want to talk to him. Mark is his name. Thanks for being here. Blessings. My next spirit shout out is for Horror Beauty FX. Hello, Horror Beauty FX. Listen, I got to tell you, I got a message here. I get a grandmother in spirit around you. I believe this is on your mother's side of the family. And I keep hearing this grandmother say, she said, tell her that I'm with her. She said, tell her I am with her. I get the sense you may be feeling a little like alone for some reason, or that you're at a transition point here. And I want to tell you, she keeps showing me a calendar, and she keeps showing me March of 2019. And she's putting literally dollar signs on the calendar. So I feel that as we get into the new year, around March, there may be some financial blessing coming to you. This may come in the form of like some money for schooling or even another job. I'm getting education around you as well. So the grandmother on your mother's side is guiding you and blessing you. And she said, tell her I'm sending her some money blessings and looking out for her. So she's with you, and you are being blessed and guided. Okay? Hope that helps a little bit. Thanks for being here. Oh my gosh, guys. Well, listen, I don't know where the time goes. That's all the time I got for letters today. I'm so glad you're here. Listen, if you didn't see yesterday's video, I meant to tell you earlier, we had horoscopes. So if you didn't get a reading today and you still want some psychic help, check out yesterday's video if you haven't seen it, because I cover horoscopes. We cover all the major transits of the week and horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs. So everybody that watches that video will get a reading for your horoscope sign. So definitely check that out. Well, guys, thanks for being here. I love you. I'm sending blessings to you. Keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and we're going to have Wiccan Wednesday. So just be back here. We'll have something fun for you. You guys rock. I love you, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, may you always blessed be.